This is huge for the Lakers as the Lakers win another game. Their fourth straight. LeBron looked amazing. The role players are playing up to their roles as each and every player is doing what they need to do for the Lakers to win games. And the Lakers have yet to see a big name that they just traded for earlier today. And just Luka Doncic has yet to put on a Laker uniform. So there's so much the Lakers can improve from. Hunter Pitcoff, we're riding high after the Lakers just beat the Golden State Warriors, winning their fourth straight game and 10 out of their last 12. So how you feeling right now? Because we haven't talked since the trade deadline hit.
Yeah, very busy 24 hours, very busy. Honestly, almost a week now for the Los Angeles Lakers, landing Luka Doncic, one of the best players in the league, landing Mark Williams as well. And it's been great, obviously, covering all that here on Lakers Digest. It always feels great to beat the Golden State Warriors, to shut up Draymond Green. It feels great to win the LeBron Steph rivalry. It feels great to beat a division rival in the Golden State Warriors, and it was looking a little shaky at times with Okechi. The Lakers got off super hot, played as well the first half, and then kind of, sort of fell apart a bit in the third, but they kept their composure. They seemed locked in. They were, executing attention to detail, two things JJ Redick praises and really harps on for this team. And then we ultimately see the Lakers at the end make more plays than the Golden State Warriors, even if it wasn't the ugliest way to finish a game.
Yeah, I mean, that's been a recent thing for the Los Angeles Lakers. And before we get into everything we have for that post game, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We recently got to 10,000 subscribers on the channel. We are ever so grateful to each and every one of you guys who subscribe to the channel. And we're going to continue to bring you more of this Laker content because we are in a new era of Laker basketball. The Luka Doncic era has yet to begin. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you like Laker content. But let's dive straight into that post game as 40 at 40. LeBron continues to amaze in this one. He really led the way for the Los Angeles Lakers. And let's just dive straight into those stats as LeBron James had 42 points, 17 rebounds. Both of them were a season high to go along with 8 assists. Austin Reaves didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but he did get to the free throw line 16 times, made 15 free throws. He had 23 points. And then the role players were really doing or playing their role. So Dorian Finney-Smith on the defensive end really making those work. Rui Hachimura got a lot of easy buckets out in transition, had 11 points. Jackson Hayes has been playing a lot better recently. He had 11 points there. And then off the bench, Jared Vanderbilt was tremendous in his minutes. 14 rebounds to go along with a couple assists and a steal and a block. And then Gabe Vincent is looking like Miami Gabe once again. 15 points, 5 3-pointers in that game there. So, but we got to talk about the king, LeBron James. Just how does he continue to keep doing this at this high level?
It just seems like every single night, Okechi, like LeBron breaks some sort of record. He does something that, has never been done in NBA history or only a few players have ever done. In this case, second player other than Michael Jordan to ever score 40 points at 40 years old or older. And the fact that, when you look at LeBron, I think since he's like turned 40, he's averaging like 25, 8, and 7 on like 54% shooting. It was like something like that. So the fact that like LeBron is still giving it to you at an extremely high level, as well as, any player is playing in the NBA right now. I mean, LeBron James, we talk about it a lot. I think it's going to be tough because it's tough to appreciate things and give people their flowers while they're still playing and stuff like that. But LeBron James, we're going to look back and we're going to look at games like this and go, man, I can't think of really many other players that will come before him. And I know records are meant to be broken, Okechi, but I can't think of many other players that are going to do what LeBron James is doing at this late in his career.
No,
Can't see that.
it's just absolutely incredible what he's doing and just leading this Lakers team, leading by example, really just not only scoring and rebounding the basketball, but defending as well. This is some of the better defense that I've seen LeBron James play here at this part of the season. So it is really good to see him play well. And doing it against the Warriors is always good for us because we love joking on Draymond Green and Steph Curry. While he is been great just mostly his entire career. I mean, just take a look at the stats for the Warriors. Steph Curry didn't shoot the ball particularly well at the beginning of the game, but he started to heat up towards the end. 37 points, 6 of 20 from 3-point. He actually took 35 shots. He took a lot of shots. That's probably going to change when Jimmy Butler enters this team. And then they had a lot of the role players, pitch in here and there. and obviously Draymond be his irritant self over there. But the Lakers were able to withstand that Steph Curry onslaught that was coming towards there in that fourth quarter a little bit. But they did it because there was a lot of their role players really playing up to their level. As that's just our next topic here, as starring in your role, as there's been so many different guys on the Lakers just doing the things that they need to do. Like guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, who has really been defending at a very high level, being very versatile on that side of the ball. And then you saw him there in Madison Square Garden as he hit 5 3-pointers. So he's been knocking down shots. Jared Vanderbilt, even though he's playing limited minutes, he's really getting out there, getting seems like 2 or 3 steals per game there, and he had 14 rebounds in this one. And then Gabe Vincent really starting to look like Miami Gabe. And Jackson Hayes, who's been playing a lot better, credit to him because we really were on him on earlier this season because of how he was playing, but he's played a lot better here in these minutes. So what do you think about all these role players really culminating, starting to play a lot better together?
Yeah, I think they're kind of peaking at the right time right now, Okechi. This is the type of time of the season where you really want to see your team playing at their best. The Lakers are doing that without Anthony Davis. They're doing it without Max Christie, without Dalton Connect. And now you're seeing it's like, oh wait, they're adding Luka Doncic to this. They're adding Mark Williams to this. They're gonna be adding 2 starters. One of the best players in the NBA, one of the best up and coming bigs, in Mark Williams, who fits Luka's game so nicely. And so it is an exciting time to be a Los Angeles Lakers fan, and not only because of what's happening behind the scenes and what's happening with the acquisitions, but also what's on the basketball court. They're playing great basketball. They're playing phenomenal defense, and after watching this game of the Warriors go catch, I can't help but also think, not to get too into the weeds, but I was like, oh yeah, they really could use like a second star because like, it was all Steph Curry out there offensively, and they had guys step up. The Spencer kid, who's the former lacrosse guy.
Yeah, number
I like his
61.
game.
I don't
Yeah,
know many guys who have that kind of number 61 on their jersey. I don't know.
yeah,
But
he's scrappy. I think they got a nice little piece there in Spencer. But the Los Angeles Lakers, I mean, they are head and shoulders better than the Warriors. I mean, like I think it's the one thing I've watched where I'm like the
oh
Lakers.
yes.
I feel like are entering a tier where they're above these other teams like that are probably a 6 through 12.
Like fighting for the play-in type teams.
I think they're
Yeah.
better than all those teams
Yeah.
right now. I think OKC is your master class right now. As the
Hmm.
1 seed, they're by far and away the best team in the West right now. And 2 through 5 with Houston, Memphis, Lakers, and Denver, whatever order you want to put them in. I think they're kind of the next tier, especially adding Luka Doncic to what the Lakers are
Oh
doing right now.
yes. And Mark Williams. So just
Yeah.
both of those guys being added to the Los Angeles Lakers is just tremendous. So let's just talk about it because we have, like I said, yet to talk about it since the trade deadline. Talk about this new look Lakers and how do these new Lakers fit in? And there's been a lot of talk, obviously, in the national circles. It's like, oh, LeBron and Luka can't play together. That to me seems like probably one of the dumbest things out there, as these are probably two of the smartest guys, and they are really good at manipulating matchups and mismatches, and they are just otherworldly when it comes to court vision and passing. And you add that with a Mark Williams who is a young big who really loves to get after it energy wise, run and jump, has very good hands, and you talked about a little before we got online is he's underrated passer. He's averaging only about 3 assists per game. So these new additions and these new look Lakers, I feel like this seems fits together well, right, Hunter? Just
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think offensively, this could be one of the scariest teams in the NBA. I mean, if you roll out a starting lineup with Austin, LeBron, Luka, Mark Williams, you can put in Dorian Finney-Smith, you can put in Rui Hachimura, I guess whichever one you want. I mean,
hmm
obviously put Rui in there. I mean, your offense is like absolutely insane, but
hmm
someone's got to come off the bench. But and I am curious to see what JJ Redick ultimately rolls with, and how he uses these lineups and stuff like that. But we've talked about since LeBron James has been a Laker, like, oh my God, how much worse do the Lakers look? The ball movement, the passing, the decision making look when LeBron James is off the court. Well, now you got two of the smartest guys who've ever played the game next to each other, and LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reaves is pretty damn good in his own right too. Yeah, I
hmm
think all of them are top 20 in the NBA in assists per game this season. So to have three minds like that on the court, Mark Williams, the perfect pick and roll player that Luka Doncic likes to play. And this is what I respect a lot from Rob Pelinka and JJ Redick and the staff there, because they sat Luka down. Go, what are the type of players that you want to play with? Showing the true commitment to Luka, like, hey, we want to make sure we're giving you the right pieces for you to succeed. And the type of player he described was the type of center that, like a Daniel Gafford, like Derek Lively, like he succeeded with in Dallas. And Mark Williams brings a lot of those same traits. Believe it or not, Okechi, and I don't know how true it is in terms of what Wemby's standing reach is, but Mark Williams has a better standing reach or a higher one.
Oh yeah, no, that is 100% true. Yeah.
According, I know Mark Williams was measured at the combine. I know Victor wasn't, so I'm curious. I was like, he's like 7'5". How is that even possible? But the point is that Mark Williams
is a big dude,
really damn tall,
yeah,
extremely long arm, and you definitely see it on the court too when he's catching lobs. Being used as a short roller passer, I think is going to be a very interesting thing. And having guys like Rui and Dorian Finney-Smith cut the baseline, get easy dunks and stuff like that. I think the playbook is going to be tremendous. I know there's been some questions about Mark Williams and some of his defensive lapses. The dude was a really good defender at Duke. That's why he got drafted as high as he did. So I'm pretty confident he can figure that out. JJ Redick is also a bit of a mentor to him. They're both Duke alumni, and the Duke brotherhood is strong. So I do think he's going to know how to bring the best out of Mark Williams, and I'm really excited. I think this is a very good get, a high price to pay, and they gave up a lot to get him, but I think when you look at the long term of Luka here, this is the type of center that you want.
Exactly. This is the type of center that you want. And the thing that I like about this move is that, yeah, you traded Connect, young shooter, gonna miss him, but you were able to keep Rui Hachimura, which is kind of important to you really at this point, because the Lakers have been playing a lot of small ball. It looks with Hachimura, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Jared Vanderbilt, and they looked really good playing these units. So I can see at times where, Mark Williams doesn't have to go out there and play 30 minutes for you. He can give you maybe 20 minutes a night, and then you're throwing maybe Vando at the 5 in some groups, or maybe Hachimura at the 5, or Finney-Smith, or LeBron James. There is so many different options that JJ Redick can get to just with the lineup constructions they have, and just Mark Williams. It shocks me that the Lakers were able to get a deal done, because I thought that the Charlotte Hornets were going to keep him after trading Nick Richards, and then for some reason they're just like, you know what? Let's just we don't need a center. Let's go.
They called the Lakers.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. I'm just like, y'all drafted a center, but you don't want him. I guess the injury concerns are one thing, but with the Los Angeles Lakers, I don't feel like they need Mark Williams to play a lot right now, which is totally fine if he's able to just work his way up into minutes, because obviously once he gets into the later rounds of the playoffs, you're going to need a guy like Mark Williams, especially if you're going up against a team like Denver, because you're going to need that size. So I'm really excited to see how some of this stuff works. Just kind of final thoughts here, Hunter, and just how the new look Lakers could look. And we probably can see, I think we might see Mark Saturday, but because I think he's healthy, but Doncic is probably going to look like it's Monday. So how you feeling?
Yeah, I don't think Mickey Mouse is very happy that they bought the game on Saturday from the local broadcast Spectrum Sportsnet, thinking that, oh yeah, this will be Luka's debut, and now he's like, I'm playing Monday. ESPN is not very happy about that. But either way, if Luka does or doesn't play Saturday, or Mark Williams does or doesn't, if one of them does, I'm just really excited to see what this is all gonna look like. And I know we got the pictures of Luka repping the new Lakers jersey and stuff like that, but I don't really think I'm personally going to really it's gonna hit me until I see him and LeBron on the court together. Until I see that, then I'll be like, oh my god,
that's gonna be a surreal moment. Yeah,
Luka's the Laker. He's on the court. He's repping the 77, making crazy passes and shots. I mean, yeah, that's I think when it's gonna really hit me. I don't think I've had that type of feeling. Maybe with Anthony Davis a bit, but since LeBron, when I remember in 2019 that game against Portland. And I was just like, this is actually happening. Someone pinched me. I cannot believe this. And it's going to happen.
It is. Probably. It is. It's just a real surreal moment, not only for us, but just Laker fans just everywhere, because this is really a new era and a new frontier for the Los Angeles Laker team. And they did moves to compete right now, so they can really make some noise here towards the latter half of the season. But that's probably going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Like I said once before, there is still 89% of you who have recently started to watch this channel, and we know because there is about 3,000 of you who started following us like last week. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button because there is so much more Laker content. We will not stop talking about the Laker team because there is a lot of good things to talk about here. So I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, along with Hunter Pitcoff, and we will catch you guys on the next one.